Hello, MonstersAbound, and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 Mortal Empires and part 12 of my Grom campaign. Last time we really beat up Manfred quite significantly. I mean, we burned down Castle Drakenhof again, and Castle Tempelhof, and Waldenhof. There's a lot of Hofs that are now burned to the ground. So that's good. And in 5 turns, we're going to win our war. And when we win our war, we get more speed faction-wide, more winds of magic, and also more income from post-battle loot, by which point we then need to start really hammering people. Not that we're doing too badly for money, actually. We're actually doing, you know, pretty well. I do want to deal with this. However, I might bring Arsenic back to... I'm going to have to on the way. I want to go and grab the Night Goblins from this army, plus maybe some Doom Divers. Maybe swap out the Goblin Rock Clobbers for Doom Divers. Maybe also swap out the Squigs for more Trolls. There's some options there, basically. Let's give you... Vindictive Glare's a bit trash. Night Shroud, I guess, is fine, so let's maybe do that. And you... now, the Dwarves are confederated, which is fine, and Grimgor's down here. So now Grimgor and Wurzag seem to be doing great for themselves, and that's fantastic. I love that. I like to hear people doing well for themselves. Obviously, it makes it harder for them, although it means they're still alive, which is good. And also, it means I just need to find Grimgor and Wurzag, and then I just need to kick the shit out of them, and then I get their stuff, which is nice. And once we've got their stuff, we've got the crew together, and then we can do our big heist, which is stealing Ulthuan. Well, conquering it, but you know what I mean. Oh, Clan Scry's gone to war with the elves. Now that is fine by me, because it's going to keep them off my back while I do my stuff. I'm kind of tempted to kind of keep the Skaven and... oh, the Barrow Legion's dead. Keep the Skaven and the Vampirates on my side. Because if we do that, then we've got some friends, and I often end up dicking myself over by not doing diplomacy, not having allies nearby, and having to fight the entire world. And you know what? It's fine. You know, it's a tactic that is tried and true. We've done it before. We've fought the entire world and won. But I feel like sometimes, you know, maybe having friends isn't the worst thing in the world. So, we're going to smash down some stuff. I don't know if... so what I'm not sure about is if we raised Castle Drakenhof, that said, good job, you've done it. But then Manfred resettled it. Well, the dwarves resettled it. Manfred took it off them. And then I burned it to the ground again. And, I mean, other than being quite funny, that did then say, congrats, you completed your war. But I don't know whether that meant, like, I hadn't completed my war the last time, or what was going on, really. So I'm going to stick around just to be on the safe side, just in case I need to burn it down again. But maybe, you know, for science, I should really check to see whether that is the case. Does it need to be raised at the end of the war countdown to count as victory, or is it fine? Now, we've got a military alliance with Count Noctilus, which is fine. The Empire is growing quite strong. Hello. Grimgor's our boys and the Bloody Hands are confederated. That actually makes my life easier, because it means I just need to find Grimgor and kick the shit out of him, and then I get both Wurzag and Grimgor. So, we just need to find Grimgor. Also, smash some stuff down because, you know, yeah, that. Good. Yeah, I'm going to declare war on the dwarves. Yeah, Dreadfleet's going to come and help me out. Yeah, that's going to be an auto-resolve. Oof, that was a little bit close for some of those goblins, but it's fine. We're going to sack it for the cash. Thanks very much, Banner of Eternal Flame. At some point, I need to go through my armies and actually check what I've got. Okay, let's bring you over here. Now, do I want this in the... Yes, let's grab you. So you're cumbersome. Units attacks are slower than average. Fine, you get a special ranged weapon. Okay. So basically you're a Cygor. So you're a bit of artillery for us. That's quite nice. Like that. Okay, because we want to do your quest battle. So let's do your quest battle now, because that's going to give you hard armor, which is really nice. I'm going to give you... You're going to get reinforced weapons. I don't know about the shields. I don't know if it's worth it. You can get... reload time reduction is probably good. Obviously, you've got Fanatics, which is good. But shooty faster is better. Right, okay. Let's do Azhag's hard armor. We got the Crown of Soot. We need to go to the bird. Oh yes, I need to send someone up there to do that, didn't I? Okay, well we'll do the hard armor first. And once we've done, I mean that does not look particularly tricky. Although we don't. I mean they've got field trebuchets, and we don't really have the units. Well, I mean we've got the Moon Howlers, and for once they might actually prove to be useful. You never know.
Those stupid, flouncy humans think they can trounce all over our sacred ground. That burial mound is Mork's property, not some fishy smelling lake hatch. Flippin' hat, stop whispering at me, I know. Come on, lads. We're gonna stamp these gits and send them running back to their pretty towers. I've had my vision from Mork himself. He reckons we do this, it's gonna sort my armor out real good. And I won't have to knock you all about. What's that? Yes, we'll go south afterwards. Let's go. Let's kill some knights. Property, not some fishy smelling lake hatch. Flippin' hat, stop whispering at me, I know. Come on, lads.
It's still talking, because... Normally there's a bit of time between, you know, fighting and the end of the cinematic, but in this case, didn't happen because all my units can Vanguard deploy, so I decided to Vanguard deploy. There's Azhag flying overhead, and here's the blob of artillery already being overrun by the Moon Howlers. This battle is going to be pretty short. Yes, alright Azhag, Jesus Christ, chill out. Good grief, there goes the Boar Boys. I love how chunky the Boar Boys are. If only they were better. Never mind. Elsewhere, the enemy cavalry is being absolutely annihilated. I mean, the big uns, with their 75 weapon strength, which is, for an infantry unit, redonkulous, are just carving their way through. Obviously, they get more melee attack and weapon strength against large units like cavalry. So, basically, they are the death of cavalry. Any cavalry that gets in range of those big uns getting annihilated. In go the Fanatics. Unfortunately, some Fanatics go a little bit out of control, but... that's, you know, whatever, doesn't matter. And, yeah, it's been absolute carnage. Basically, we've overrun the Bretonnian forces in pretty short order. This battle is basically over as we shot... And there goes the War. Not that we really need it, because there's not many more Bretonnians to kill, really. Yeah, I might swap out my Orc Boys just to be big uns. I think that might be a plan. Let's just take the cash, I guess. And we got his hard armour. There we go, that's good. And Rick Staines has got some stuff. And there's Azhag's hard armour. Makes it a little bit more tanky. We do want to get his Crown of Sorcery because that gives us Bound Spell. Also get Obedience due to lack or presence of corruption. I mean, that'd be nice, but it's only the local province, which makes it sort of... yeah. I mean, the Gaze of Nagash is quite nice. And I think it also unlocks our ability to have... yeah, so the higher rank spells. So definitely not bad, but we can also get Wind of Death and Regeneration, which is, you know, way better. Wind of Death is a great spell. It is incredibly potent. Let's get Elusive there for Rick Staines. Yes, that is correct, and we'll repair that. Upkeep for Black Orcs and Big Uns. I mean, not super important, but nice to have all the same. And what we do want to get is this gold mine over here, because that will give us, you know, a K, which is, I mean, it's not the most ever, but it's fine. So what I want to see is if we have you, can we now get no? Weird. Okay. So I think it's because I'm on a different, or I started on a different version. So I think it might be a little bit squiffy about, yeah, we're just going to swap something like that.
This way. Supreme ruler of 8 peaks.
You can actually have... oh, did I swap? I swapped too much stuff. Okay. That is fine. I would like a River Troll Hag. Ambush defense chance isn't going to be that useful. Aggressive is a bit meh, and Big Bully isn't that useful for Skarsnik. I guess maybe we'll just go for aggressive because it's probably the best of a bad bunch. So actually, I kind of want you to have the squigs. Or do I?
Don't push me. Yes, on it. The tribe's ready.
So you got 20 out of 20. What do I like the squig hoppers, but they're just not very good. A troll hag would just be better, wouldn't it? Okay, let's... I've changed my mind again. Let's, you can get the squigs. Good. You can then get the reload time reduction. Because you're shooting more things, and now you're shooting faster. So that's all good. You can be more killy. You are also going to be more killy. I'm sort of spending all my scrap, but we've got plenty of time left on our food, so that's fine. The Goblin Doom Divers, you get winged ammo, range, or reload. I mean, reload time reduction is probably the better option. So we'll probably get that. Right. Okay, so... Sly can now get some... So there... Right, so the Forest Goblin Spider Riders are 52 armor, 39 melee attack, 33 melee defense compared to... Okay, so they've got slightly lower... 32... The weapon strength is 29 compared to 30, which isn't that... I mean, they're not that much worse. However, they've also got missile attacks. And what do you do to... So you give more charge bonus and more melee attack. So actually, I feel like getting you... You know what? I'm going to get rid of Dirkit Squigs. More spiders. That's what we want. Spiders is what they want. And Gert Child Cruncher, who is what is... I'm actually... Right. I can't entirely remember how to spell this name, but you're going to be Fanny Craddock, because that is a funny name. Okay, you get to replenish troops, and you also get to cast Spirit Leech, and you're going to be a little bit more magical support in Scarstick's army. I would like to get more hags. However, at the moment, I'm sort of limited in what I can get. So we're going to be... And my income is... It's going down fast. Do I want that? Probably not. I do want to make you... We want more weapon damage, in my opinion. Because the more killer you are, the better. Right, we're going to mop up the last of this province around here. That should be fine. Grutter, you are going to be, I don't know, block army, sure, something like that. You can come over here. I'm a little bit concerned that they might have an army around here. They might hit Nashrak's lair. It's a potential. But I think we just need to move fast. We need to underway through the mountains, cut them off before they can... They might not have many armies, because they've just confederated, and it looks like Grimgor's been mopping up their forces in the mountains. Now, he is also confederated with Wurzag. So, if we don't declare war on Grimgor, but we go and hunt him down, then we might be able to just, like, jump him, give him a quick, sucker punch, get him on side, tell him of our great plan that we've got, and job done. That could be very exciting. God, I hope my war goes okay. I'm a little bit worried, but I think we'll be alright. I'd also like to capture these mountains. I think Scarstick could use them to sort of like jump into the Reichland and do some good old sacking. Move any character to Varenka Hills. Where's that? Down there. Well, that's kind of on our way, so that's fine. Scarstick's a Pathfinder. Good for you. Now, before we go jumping into the mountains, let's send a scout ahead. Let's do this sensibly. Okay, that looks fine, so we can send you over there. And our war is still good for 2 turns. We can't quite reach you in 1 turn, so what we'll do is we will head in this direction, and we'll do some raiding. That's nothing. That's not really going to help, is it? Berry. You can give a deadly onslaught, and we really need to do more. I do want schemes, yes. Right, you get in there. What's this army like? It is absolute trash. So we're going over there. This army's finished and good to go, so you're also going to head with Skarsnik. And we need to get some sacking on, because in 10 turns, we're bankrupt. Well, in 11 turns, we're bankrupt, but 10 turns is close enough. We also have no defences over here, which is not ideal. I might need to send... I might hit Cragmere and then send Azhag back to kind of keep an eye on what's going on over here. It does look like... Is the Reichland at war with Skaven?
I will hear you now.
No. And I think the Skaven control all this territory around here. But I think also the Empire's got sort of other things to deal with. On the other hand, they are advancing quite quickly in this direction, which is bad. On the other hand, if they're over there, they're not over here, are they? How much could we sack Altdorf for? I'm going to assume it's going to be quite a lot. That could solve our money problems for, well, up to 4 turns. Job's a good one. Yeah, I think we're going to have to send Azhag back, because Azhag needs to be making us money while Grom goes and tries to find... Grimgor. Uh-oh. I mean, at least he's got Slayers, but at least it's not the horrible that won't die until you really kill them hard Slayers. So that's something. And there's a couple of people we can kill over there. And we'll go and sack the dwarves as well. I might take Carrick's Iflin. Then we can, yeah, as I say, we can then use this as a jumping off point to hit the Reichland and do some stuff there. Okay, yeah, the Empire is moving quite fast. Okay, let's bosh that. Give it a little sack. I mean, not huge, but I'll take it. Talking of taking it, I've literally taken it. Good. Okay. Now we not too worried about that. What do you have in your army? It's mostly orc boys, isn't it? You've mostly just got orcs. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Maybe let's get Blade Master then. And Rick Stain, you can have a giant spider. And Grom, you can... Is there anything... That's just... We should be able to just murder them. There we go. And... Ah, right. Right, that's what we needed. A little bit of sacking income. Although at 14k, that's 1 turn's worth of income. So comparatively, quite... You know... Quite a lot of money just to tread water, which isn't great, but there we are. We need to get Azhag moving north to knock out that little problem. Can we reach you? No. You know what? I'm just going to... We're just going to jump straight over there. Where is... Okay, if I pop you over there... You should be fine. We should be able to then hit Carrick Ziflin, sack that. Blackstone Post the same. We might be able to go into... get this fort over here. Fort... What's it called? Bergbrez? And also, of course, we've got Marienburg, Corone, all that kind of good stuff. Quite rich. We can grab that. Public order here is fine for the moment. It might get worse. I don't want to build any more buildings because although I've got a lot of money, it's not as much as it looks, which is problematic. Okay, let's get toothy weapons. Not too bothered about that. Global recruitment time. That would be quite nice. Upkeep reduction as well. Let's get pulling teeth. Then we can get Oglock the Horrible. And then we can get sharing is caring. Because 10% upkeep reduction. Currently, we're spending 19k on our army, which means a 10% reduction. I mean, that's almost as much as 2 gold mines. We're also going to get Rebellion over here, and I'll worry about that. Oh, it's Grom Peak. So we can build a statue of Grom. Where a great statue of dwarf god Grungy once stood, there is now a greater and much fatter statue of Grom the Paunch. Perfect. Yep, we'll build ourselves a statue. Of course, it's Grom Peak. It makes sense that there would be a special building there. That's really cool. I hadn't realised there would be one there. But there we go. How neat.
What are you bothering Grom for, little mouse?
Hello, little mouse. You want a military alliance? Yeah, alright. Notice how much more friendly these guys are compared to bloody Malekith. Make
it good, kid, or you're going in the pot.
Tasty. It'll be fishy. You want 10k? I'm not going to give you 10k, Aranessa. You're not that useful to me. What's going on over here? What's this? What fresh new hell? Oh, it's fine. It's just elves. For a minute, I was like, oh, the troll skulls have got trace apparently. That's interesting. Carcassonne. I thought I was already at war with Carcassonne, but Never mind. Now we are. Sorted. Okay, Scheme of Doom, Sword of Cain, Inner Rebellion at Peak Pass, which is fine. Glorious War ends. Right, good. So we did do it. Although I don't think anyone's actually got that. So I can't tell whether it needs to be raised at the end or what. Never mind. We've got 100 scrap and we've got some war mobs, and also we're now back at struggler. Sorry. So that means our public order has dropped a bit, which is it's a slight issue. I don't know if there's any armies nearby. Don't think so. Okay, let's... Because we're going to have the rebellion over there next turn, but Grom needs to keep moving. Little bit risky, but never mind. It was fine. So this is okay. We're going to have the Grom statue here, so that's going to be fine. We do want to capture Mount Gumbad because that will give us more cash, which will be nice. But we can do this. So if you Skarsnik. Yes, exactly. Right, you come along here. You encircle. Then we'll bring Sly Sweaty Bollocks in. And together, we will brutally murder all of these dwarves. And that's not as much sacking income as I'd hoped. Never mind. The important thing is, a lot of dwarves died.
You want schemes? I got schemes.
Okay, Skarsnik, we're going to occupy that. Good lads. And you can't quite reach that. So I'm going... If we head over here, then you can do a little bit of raiding, which isn't going to be great, but it's better than nothing. More speed and charge bonus for melee cavalry, which would include the... That's infantry units. Now, I think the missile strength will affect the spider riders, because that's orc infantry. This is going to be missile cavalry and chariot units. So I think if we do this, that will buff up the spider riders. Window time reduction is okay. Speed and armor, though, is probably the better option. As it is, I'm going to hold on to my scrap for the moment.
Big as an orc.
Grom, you're almost fully ranked. Let's go Wound Maker. So now you do 640 weapon strength. That's before any of your your bonuses go off. Let's get some growth going on there. I think there's Skaven over here. Corruption's going to be an issue. Not that I can really do a huge amount of, but I need to get Azhag over to Karakadrin next turn and sort out this potential rebellion, and also start knocking out the Empire because they're starting to get too big for their boots. You don't want an Empire that's too big for their boots. Start to get ideas above their station. Let's get Dynasty Skulker there, and Gary Rhodes can have Vindictive Glare, and Fanny Craddock is a horrid mess. Imminent Rebellion there. Karakadrin. Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah. Is it going to be... where the rebellion's going to be the capital? It's always at the capital, isn't it? He says. He's not sure. Let's get the hag huts, because I would like more hags, because that replenishment is super useful. The Order of Lawmasters declared war on Clan Scryer. I will join in on that. And looks like Ungrim's back, or at least his faction is. So make sure we proper kill that lot. And Count Noctis is doing quite well for himself. I'm a little bit worried that obviously we're allied with a lot of factions which have a lot of corruption. And we're not very good at dealing with corruption. So we might have a bit of an issue there. Just lay siege to it. Thank you. Okay, settlement besieged. That is fine, because we should be able to just hop over and... Can we relieve it from there? Yes, we can. I might leave it for a turn. Just to help with the... Is that helping? No, because they're not leaving for rebellion anymore. In that case, kill it. Kill it hard. Oof, look at that extra cash. This is good. Okay, we've dealt with that. Now we need to start bopping the Empire because don't want Carl being super strong. That's a lot of very tough units, but we should just be able to auto-resolve that. Yep, there we go.
This is Grom's place now.
Oof. Do I want to sack it? It's like 2 turns of ink. Yeah, sure. I mean, you know, there's a lot to be said about taking it intact, but it's a rank 3 gold mine anyway, and that's what we wanted, so that is fine. Let's get some public order, get under control. Right, so down here we can see that it looks like maybe they've started retaking some territory, because I'm fairly sure Grimgor had the entire Silver Road under his control when I last checked, but it could be that that the dwarves are pushing in this direction, which is why they weren't up here. So we've managed to capture a lot of their territory. We might come down. We might luck out and find Grimgor's actually sort of around here somewhere. That would make my life significantly easier, which is why I suspect it's not going to be the case. Never mind. Don't really want that. Let's just buff up your... I mean, you've got 83 melee attack. That's a lot of melee attack. You're very killy. Only available to spellcasters. I guess that's when you get the crown. We need to send someone over here to go and check on the... or get that quest going. I guess we could send, like, one of you guys. Neither of you are particularly useful. So... Ugh. Well, I want you to go and poke around, basically, and then I'm probably going to just sack you, so... It doesn't really matter what you have. Is that all done? Good? Lovely? Good? Right, you go up there. Don't forget. Where's it? Over here. You're nothing to do with suppose so, it's get the fuck over there. Okay, little melee defense never hurt anyone. In fact, it usually stops people from getting hurt. So, good stuff there. Let's get some growth. Do we need growth over here? 7 turns until we get more growth. I think we're probably right. Let's get... Oh, the extortion... We already had extortion rate. We probably want to do the same here. Growth here is fine. We probably want a little bit more growth. I don't know if I want to be at war with the Skaven, but on the other hand, they're kind of in the way. And also, you know, I kind of need the cash. Now, this is quite risky, but that's what we're going to do. We're going to pop down there. We're also going to attack this. Apparently, we've got the Gleaming Pennant, which gives more leadership. That's nice. We'll do that. Ouch. We'll sack it. And then we'll occupy. And repair that. We'll get some growth going on. Rebuild all that stuff. Right. Now, Marienburg is right. Now, Eelhart and Marienburg are right. I suspect that most of the Empire's armies are over here, because they seem to have been heading this direction. They might even be over here as well, because it looks like Manfred is under siege. Is Vlad dead? Vlad might be dead. The Empire might be ascendant. The Order Tide's back. Uh-oh. Okay, well, we'll worry about that next time. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.